Okay, what is the topic today? Types of chemical reactions. So there are all the different kinds of reactions can be divided just into 5 categories according to our textbook. All right. So we started yesterday with addition reaction. Its another name is combination reaction, or synthesis reaction, or formation reaction. You can see this one on number 3. Then it will, what do you mean by synthesis reaction? In which 2 or more than 2 atoms can combine together to form a bigger compound. Like carbon and oxygen. Carbon, this, what is the symbol of carbon? C. What is O? Oxygen. Oxygen always occur in molecular form. Means as I'm inhaling oxygen, then it is not atomic oxygen. It is the molecular form of oxygen. And we have studied what do you mean by a word molecule? When 2 or more than 2 atoms combine together, they form a molecule. So oxygen occurs in atmosphere in molecular form. That is why we write O2. Whereas carbon occurs in atomic form. That's why we write only C. So C plus O2, it will form CO2. How? These two will react together. Slowly and gradually, they will combine and they will form what? They will form carbon dioxide. So this is called a synthesis reaction, an addition reaction, a combination reaction, a formation reaction, whatever you say. The meaning is same. All right? So generally, what can we write? We can say that A and B can combine together to form AB. Is it clear? Now see the examples. The first example you can see on the screen. Today the board work is very less. In the first example that you can see, nitrogen. Nitrogen, where can we find nitrogen? Yes, our atmosphere contains the biggest quantity of a gas, that is nitrogen, around 77%. So our atmosphere contains 77% nitrogen. This nitrogen is really inactive. That is why it is used in different areas. Like you can find nitrogen in a packet of chips, potato chips. Okay, it contains nitrogen. That is why it is so inflated. All right. So nitrogen, when made to react with hydrogen, symbol of hydrogen is H. They will form a compound that we call it ammonia. Ammonia is a very common compound in chemistry. Its formula is NH3. This is ammonia. Okay? It is prepared by a process called Haber's process. And the next one, you know, hydrogen and oxygen can combine together in special conditions to forming what? Water. So nitrogen, hydrogen, forming ammonia, hydrogen and oxygen forming, producing. Okay, so these are synthesis reaction. Similarly, you can see that calcium oxide. If you know those chemicals, the list of chemicals that I told you to go through, then you will be able to understand these formulas very easily. Calcium oxide, when reacts with carbon dioxide, it forms calcium carbonate. Okay? Now, an IQ, chem IQ. I don't want answer here. Answer me individually. What is the common name of CaO? What is the common name of calcium oxide? I repeat, what is the common name of calcium oxide and calcium carbonate? I repeat, it's not an assignment. It's just to enhance your chem IQ level. I want to know the common names of these two chemicals, calcium oxide, CaO, and calcium carbonate, CaCO3. All right? Okay. So again, you can see the combination reaction is occurring here. Two substances can combine together to form a bigger compound. See another. Calcium oxide, when put in water, it will form calcium hydroxide. Calcium hydroxide. Again, I would like to know that what is the common name of calcium hydroxide? What is the common name of calcium hydroxide? All right? Calcium oxide, calcium carbonate, and calcium hydroxide. Right? Why it is called hydroxide? Because you know from the list that OH stands for hydroxide. So that is why its name is calcium hydroxide. Sodium and chlorine can combine to form sodium chloride, the salt. Potassium and chlorine can combine together to form what? Potassium chloride. So all of these are synthesis reactions. You can choose any 2 or 3 for your notes. Okay. Among from these two are there in the book. The ones which I ticked, these are the 2 examples which are there in our book. So synthesis reaction is over. Okay. Now the next reaction is decomposition reaction. Today's class is comparatively easier. Decomposition, breaking up a bigger molecule into a smaller. Okay? The reverse of the first one. In synthesis reaction, 2 or more than 2 substances combine to form a bigger one. Here we have a bigger compound. And by applying some technique, we can convert them into smaller ones. This is called decomposition reaction. So decomposition is done by using some force, by using some energy. And what is that energy? It could be heat energy, it could be light energy, it could be electrical energy. You will be needing energy to break. You will have to put effort for the breakup. Okay? These two, if you want to change their bonding, you should apply some force. So what is written on the screen? A reaction where a more complex molecule splits down, breaks down into 2 or more simpler products. As you can see on the screen, A and B. AB is a compound, and after the application of some force, some technique, it is converting into A and B. All right, let's see the examples. A compound HGO, then it can be decomposed. HG, what is HG? Good, HG is the symbol of mercury. Anyway, so you can see HG and O, they have been separated. Another example, you can see water. By passing electricity, water is decomposing into hydrogen and oxygen. Okay? So decomposition means to break up.